Today, we're diving into the history of 20 pies that were once a staple on every family table. These pies were more than just desserts. They were symbols of comfort, tradition, and the changing tastes of America from the 1930s to the 1980s. Number 1, chess pie. Chess pie is a classic dessert with deep Southern roots, dating back to the 19th century. Its name has sparked various theories, with some believing it's a linguistic evolution from cheese pie due to its custard-like texture, even though it contains no cheese. Others suggest it was traditionally kept in a pie chest, or simply referred to as just pie in Southern drawl, eventually morphing into chess pie. This pie is distinguished by its simple yet rich ingredients: butter, sugar, eggs, and a small amount of flour or cornmeal, which contributes to its distinctively dense and slightly gritty texture. The inclusion of vinegar or lemon juice adds a subtle tang, balancing the pie's sweetness. Chess pie's longevity is a testament to its versatility. It can be flavored with cocoa, lemon, or even bourbon, making it adaptable to various regional tastes and preferences. Traditionally served at room temperature, its custard-like filling develops a caramelized, almost crackly top crust, which contrasts beautifully with the buttery, flaky pie crust underneath. Its enduring popularity, particularly in southern states like Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia, speaks to its role as a comforting, no-fuss dessert that has been passed down through generations. Number 2, sugar cream pie. Sugar cream pie, often called Hoosier pie, is a beloved dessert that has its roots in the state of Indiana, particularly among the Amish and Shaker communities. This pie is unique because it doesn't contain eggs, making it stand out from other custard-style pies. The filling is made primarily from sugar, cream, and flour, or cornstarch, which thicken the mixture as it bakes. The absence of eggs gives the pie a smooth, velvety texture that's reminiscent of a silky pudding, with a rich, buttery flavor that's irresistibly sweet. One of the key elements of a traditional sugar cream pie is the caramelized top layer, which is achieved by dotting the filling with butter and sprinkling it with sugar before baking. As the pie bakes, the sugar melts and caramelizes, creating a thin, crackly crust that contrasts beautifully with the creamy filling beneath. Some modern variations of the recipe call for the filling to be cooked on the stovetop before being poured into the pre-baked pie shell, and then briefly broiled to achieve that signature caramelized topping. Sugar cream pie has been a staple in Indiana for generations, often served at family gatherings and holidays. It's known for being a desperation pie, meaning it was made from ingredients that were always on hand, even when other resources were scarce. Despite its simplicity, the pie has a deeply satisfying flavor profile that has kept it popular throughout the Midwest. Today, it's not only an Indiana classic, but also a cherished symbol of comfort food, embodying the warmth and nostalgia of home-baked traditions. Number 3, vinegar pie. Vinegar pie is a quintessential example of a desperation pie, a term used to describe desserts created during times when fresh ingredients were scarce. This pie became particularly popular in the 19th century and during the Great Depression when households had to make do with what was available. The defining feature of vinegar pie is its use of vinegar as a primary ingredient, which might seem unusual but serves a crucial purpose in the recipe. Vinegar pie typically consists of a simple filling made from water, sugar, butter, flour, or cornstarch as a thickener, and a small amount of vinegar. The vinegar adds a subtle tanginess that balances the sweetness of the pie, mimicking the flavor of more expensive ingredients like lemons when they were out of reach. The acidic bite of the vinegar also enhances the depth of the pie's flavor, preventing it from being overly sweet. The pie filling is often spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, or cloves, which gives it a warm, comforting flavor profile. The texture is smooth and custard-like, setting into a firm but creamy consistency after baking. Traditionally, vinegar pie is baked in a simple, flaky pie crust, allowing the unique flavor of the filling to take center stage. Despite its humble origins, vinegar pie has endured as a symbol of resourcefulness and culinary ingenuity. It's a reminder of how earlier generations used creativity to make delicious desserts with limited resources. Today, vinegar pie is enjoyed not only for its historical significance, but also for its unexpectedly delightful taste that surprises and satisfies. Number 4. Buttermilk Pie. Buttermilk pie is a classic Southern dessert that traces its origins back to the 19th century. It became particularly popular in rural communities where buttermilk was a common ingredient, often produced as a byproduct of churning butter. The tangy, slightly acidic flavor of buttermilk is the defining characteristic of this pie, which contrasts beautifully with its sweet custard-like filling. The pie is made from simple ingredients: buttermilk, sugar, butter, eggs, and flour or cornstarch for thickening. A dash of vanilla or a sprinkling of nutmeg is often added for extra depth of flavor. Some variations include a hint of lemon zest or juice to enhance the tanginess of the buttermilk. The filling is poured into a flaky pie crust and baked until it sets, resulting in a golden brown top with a creamy, smooth interior. Buttermilk pie's appeal lies in its balance of sweet and tart flavors, making it a refreshing alternative to richer, heavier desserts. The texture is light yet indulgent, with a slight caramelization on the top that adds a subtle crunch. Its simplicity and reliance on readily available ingredients made it a go-to dessert for many families, particularly in the South, where buttermilk was a staple in the kitchen. This pie is often compared to chess pie, but unlike chess pie, buttermilk pie has a distinct tanginess that comes solely from the buttermilk, without the addition of cornmeal or vinegar. Today, buttermilk pie remains a beloved treat, enjoyed for its nostalgic ties to simpler times and its unique flavor that's both comforting and surprising. Number 5. Mock Apple Pie. Mock apple pie is an intriguing culinary creation that dates back to the 19th century, becoming especially popular during the Great Depression when apples were either too expensive or simply unavailable. Despite its name, this pie contains no apples. Instead, it relies on an unexpected ingredient: crackers, most commonly Ritz crackers, to mimic the texture and taste of cooked apples. The filling of mock apple pie is made by boiling the crackers in a mixture of water, sugar, lemon juice, and cinnamon. The crackers absorb the liquid and take on a texture remarkably similar to cooked apples, while the cinnamon and lemon provide the familiar spiced flavor of a traditional apple pie. This combination tricks the taste buds into believing they're eating an apple pie, hence the name mock apple. What makes mock apple pie fascinating is its representation of American ingenuity and resourcefulness. It was a pie born out of necessity, allowing families to enjoy a beloved dessert even when they lacked the key ingredients. The pie became a staple in many households during the mid-20th century and was often featured in cookbooks and on the back of Ritz cracker boxes. Mock apple pie is a testament to how simple pantry items can be transformed into something extraordinary, providing comfort and familiarity in challenging times. Today, it's celebrated as a quirky piece of American culinary history, reflecting the creativity and resilience of those who made it a household favorite. Number 6. Banana Cream Pie. Banana cream pie is a quintessential American dessert that rose to prominence in the early to mid-20th century, becoming particularly popular during the 1950s. The pie combines a flaky or graham cracker crust with a rich, creamy filling made from vanilla custard, layered with slices of ripe bananas. The custard is typically made from milk, sugar, eggs, cornstarch, and butter, creating a smooth, luscious texture that perfectly complements the soft, sweet bananas. One of the key characteristics of banana cream pie is its topping of freshly whipped cream, often garnished with additional banana slices or a sprinkle of toasted coconut for extra flavor and texture. The pie's light, airy quality makes it an ideal dessert for warm weather, and it was often served at family gatherings, picnics, and holiday dinners. The rise of banana cream pie in the 1950s coincided with the increased availability of bananas in the United States, thanks to improved shipping methods from Central and South America. This accessibility turned bananas from a rare treat into a common household staple, making banana cream pie an easy and popular choice for home bakers. Banana cream pie's appeal lies in its combination of simple ingredients that, when put together, create a dessert that is both indulgent and comforting. Its nostalgic charm continues to resonate with dessert lovers today, making it a timeless favorite that has remained popular for decades. Number 7. Key Lime Pie. Key lime pie is a classic American dessert that originated in the Florida Keys in the late 19th century. The pie is named after the small aromatic key limes that grow in the region, which are more tart and aromatic than the more commonly available Persian limes. The traditional key lime pie filling is made from key lime juice, sweetened condensed milk, and egg yolks, creating a rich, tangy custard. The acidity of the lime juice causes the proteins in the egg yolks to thicken, meaning the pie can be set without baking, although modern recipes often include a brief baking step. The crust of a key lime pie is typically made from graham crackers, which provide a sweet, slightly crunchy contrast to the smooth and tart filling. Some variations use a traditional pie crust, but the graham cracker crust remains the most popular choice. The pie is usually topped with either whipped cream or meringue, which adds a light, airy texture that balances the dense custard. Key lime pie became an iconic dessert in the United States, particularly in Florida, where it is celebrated as the official state pie. Its popularity spread throughout the country in the mid-20th century as more people traveled to Florida and discovered the pie's unique flavor. Today, it remains a favorite summer dessert, prized for its refreshing taste and simplicity. Number 8. Coconut Cream Pie. Coconut cream pie is a luxurious and tropical dessert that became a popular treat in American kitchens, particularly in the mid-20th century. This pie is celebrated for its rich, creamy filling made from a combination of coconut milk or cream, egg yolks, sugar, and cornstarch or flour, which thickens into a velvety custard. The key ingredient, shredded coconut, is often incorporated into the filling, giving the pie a distinctive texture and an intense coconut flavor. The crust is typically a traditional flaky pastry crust or a graham cracker crust, both of which provide a sturdy base for the creamy filling. Once the filling is poured into the baked crust, the pie is often topped with a generous layer of whipped cream or meringue, and then sprinkled with toasted coconut flakes for added flavor and a delightful crunch. Coconut cream pie's popularity surged as Americans began to explore more exotic flavors, with coconut becoming increasingly accessible thanks to improved global trade. The pie's tropical taste offers a refreshing contrast to more traditional pies, making it a favored dessert, especially in warmer climates and during the summer months. This pie is often associated with Southern hospitality, where it has become a staple at family gatherings and celebrations. Its balance of sweet, creamy filling and the nutty, slightly chewy texture of the coconut makes it a timeless dessert that continues to be loved by many. Number 9. Lemon Meringue Pie. Lemon meringue pie is a vibrant and visually striking dessert that has been a beloved staple in American kitchens since the 19th century. The pie is composed of 3 key elements: a crisp, flaky pie crust, a tangy lemon custard filling, and a fluffy meringue topping. The lemon filling is made from fresh lemon juice, lemon zest, sugar, egg yolks, and cornstarch, which helps to thicken the mixture into a smooth, bright custard. The acidity of the lemons provides a sharp contrast to the sweetness of the meringue, creating a perfectly balanced flavor profile that is both refreshing and indulgent. The vibrant yellow of the filling adds to the pie's appeal, making it a favorite choice for spring and summer gatherings. The meringue topping is made by whipping egg whites with sugar until they form stiff peaks, creating a light and airy texture that complements the dense lemon custard beneath it. Once the meringue is spread over the filling, the pie is baked until the meringue is golden brown, with peaks that are slightly crispy on the outside but still soft and marshmallow-like on the inside. Lemon meringue pie became particularly popular in the United States during the mid-20th century, coinciding with the rise of citrus production in California and Florida. Its combination of bright flavors and contrasting textures makes it a standout dessert that has continued to captivate taste buds for generations. Number 10. Grasshopper Pie. Grasshopper pie is a retro dessert that gained popularity in the United States during the 1950s and 1960s. This pie is named after the grasshopper cocktail, which is made from crème de menthe and crème de cacao. giving the pie its signature minty flavor and green color. The pie's vibrant hue and refreshing taste made it a favorite at parties and gatherings during that era. The base of Grasshopper Pie typically consists of a chocolate cookie crust, which provides a rich, crunchy contrast to the smooth and creamy filling. The filling is a combination of crème de menthe, which imparts the mint flavor and green color, and crème de cacao, which adds a subtle chocolate note. These liqueurs are mixed into a light and airy mixture of whipped cream and marshmallow fluff, or gelatin, which helps the filling to set. Grasshopper pie is often served chilled, making it an ideal dessert for warm weather. The combination of mint and chocolate is both indulgent and refreshing, and the pie's creamy texture is complemented by the crunch of the chocolate crust. This dessert captures the playful, experimental spirit of mid-20th century American cuisine, where bright colors and bold flavors were celebrated. Although it's less commonly made today, Grasshopper Pie remains a nostalgic treat for those who remember its heyday, and it continues to be enjoyed by those who love the classic combination of mint and chocolate. Number 11. Shoe Fly Pie. Shoe fly pie is a traditional Pennsylvania Dutch dessert that originated in the 19th century. It is deeply rooted in the culinary heritage of the Amish and Mennonite communities. The name shoe fly comes from the sticky, sweet molasses filling that was said to attract flies, which had to be shooed away while the pie cooled. This pie is distinctive for its crumbly, cake-like texture on top, contrasted with the rich, gooey molasses filling below. The filling is made from a mixture of molasses, brown sugar, and water, thickened with flour and sometimes eggs. The crumb topping, made from flour, sugar, and butter, is sprinkled over the filling before baking, creating a delightful contrast between the soft molasses layer and the crisp crumbs. Shoe fly pie comes in two main varieties: wet bottom and dry bottom. The wet bottom version has a layer of custard-like molasses filling, while the dry bottom version is more cake-like throughout. The wet bottom variety is particularly cherished for its rich, syrupy consistency. Shoe fly pie was originally a wintertime dessert, as it could be made from pantry staples that were readily available during the colder months when fresh fruit was scarce. Today it remains a beloved comfort food, especially in regions with strong Pennsylvania Dutch influence. Its unique flavor, with the deep, robust taste of molasses, sets it apart from more common pies, making it a cherished part of American culinary history. Number 12. Millionaire Pie. Millionaire Pie is a rich, no-bake dessert that gained popularity in the southern United States during the mid-20th century. Despite its luxurious name, the pie is made from simple, affordable ingredients, which may be one reason for its widespread appeal. The pie typically consists of a filling made from crushed pineapple, sweetened condensed milk, shredded coconut, and chopped pecans, all folded into a whipped topping or cream cheese base. This mixture is then poured into a pre-made graham cracker crust and chilled until set. The name Millionaire Pie is believed to reflect the pie's indulgent taste and creamy, decadent texture, which gives the impression of luxury despite its humble ingredients. The combination of sweet, tangy pineapple and rich, nutty pecans, along with the creamy coconut, creates a dessert that is both refreshing and satisfying. The pie's simplicity and no-bake preparation make it a popular choice for potlucks, family gatherings, and summer events, where it can be quickly assembled and served chilled. Millionaire Pie has seen various adaptations over the years, with some versions adding maraschino cherries, crushed cookies, or different types of nuts to the filling. However, the classic version remains a favorite for its nostalgic charm and the perfect balance of flavors. Its popularity continues today, particularly in regions with a strong tradition of Southern cooking. Number 13. Oatmeal Pie. Oatmeal pie is a dessert that hails from the American South, where it has often been affectionately referred to as the poor man's pecan pie. This pie gained popularity during times of economic hardship, particularly in the early 20th century, as it used inexpensive, readily available ingredients to create a rich, satisfying treat. The key ingredient in oatmeal pie is, of course, oats, which provide a chewy, hearty texture that contrasts beautifully with the sweet, gooey filling. The filling is made from a mixture of oats, sugar, butter, eggs, and sometimes corn syrup or molasses, which gives it a consistency similar to pecan pie. The oats absorb the sugary syrup during baking, creating a dense caramel-like layer that is both comforting and indulgent. One of the defining features of oatmeal pie is its ability to mimic the flavor and texture of more expensive pies, like pecan pie, while being far more affordable. The pie often includes a hint of cinnamon or vanilla, adding warmth and depth to the flavor profile. It's typically baked in a standard pie crust, which adds a crisp, buttery contrast to the soft, rich filling. Oatmeal pie is a nostalgic favorite, often served during the holidays or at family gatherings. Its simple ingredients and deep, comforting flavor make it a timeless dessert that continues to be enjoyed by those who appreciate traditional Southern baking. Number 14. Sawdust Pie. Sawdust pie is a unique and intriguing dessert that originated in the southern United States, particularly in Kentucky. Despite its unconventional name, the pie has become a cherished treat due to its delightful combination of flavors and textures. The name sawdust pie comes from its appearance and the texture of the filling, which is made up of finely chopped ingredients that resemble sawdust when mixed together. The filling of sawdust pie typically includes a mix of shredded coconut, finely chopped pecans, graham cracker crumbs, and sugar. These dry ingredients are bound together with egg whites, which help create a chewy, dense filling that is both sweet and slightly crunchy. The pie is often compared to a pecan pie or a coconut pie, but has its own distinctive texture due to the combination of these ingredients. One of the key characteristics of sawdust pie is its ability to be both rich and light at the same time. The coconut adds a tropical sweetness, the pecans bring a nutty depth, and the graham cracker crumbs provide a subtle hint of molasses flavor. The pie is typically served with a dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream, which complements the sweetness and adds a creamy contrast to the chewy filling. Sawdust pie is a testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of Southern cooks, who have long been known for transforming simple, everyday ingredients into extraordinary desserts. Its quirky name and unique texture make it a conversation piece at any gathering, and its delicious flavor ensures that it's a dessert that's remembered and requested time and time again. Number 15. Black Bottom Pie. Black Bottom Pie is a classic Southern dessert that combines rich layers of flavor and texture, making it a standout treat. The pie's name comes from its distinctive bottom layer, which is a rich, dark chocolate custard. This chocolate layer is typically made by melting chocolate into a custard base, giving it a deep, intense flavor that sets the stage for the pie's other layers. Above the chocolate layer, the pie features a lighter, contrasting layer of vanilla or rum-flavored chiffon or custard. This layer is often made by folding whipped cream into a flavored custard base, creating a light and airy texture that balances the density of the chocolate layer beneath it. Some variations of black bottom pie include a splash of rum or bourbon in this layer, adding a hint of warmth and depth to the flavor profile. The pie is traditionally finished with a topping of whipped cream, which adds a creamy, smooth texture that complements the richness of the chocolate and the lightness of the chiffon layer. It may be garnished with chocolate shavings, cocoa powder, or a dusting of nutmeg, adding an extra touch of elegance and flavor. The crust of black bottom pie is usually made from either a traditional pastry crust or a graham cracker crust, providing a crunchy contrast to the creamy fillings. This pie is a favorite in the South, where it's often served at special occasions and holidays, cherished for its complex flavors and luxurious texture. Number 16. Chocolate Chess Pie. Chocolate chess pie is a rich, decadent variation of the traditional Southern chess pie, which is known for its simple ingredients and custard-like texture. This version adds cocoa powder or melted chocolate to the classic filling, transforming it into a deeply flavorful, chocolatey dessert that is both comforting and indulgent. The filling is typically made from a mixture of sugar, butter, eggs, and milk or cream, which is thickened with a small amount of cornmeal or flour. The addition of chocolate gives the pie a velvety, fudgy texture, while the cornmeal adds a slight graininess that is characteristic of chess pie. The balance of sweetness and the slight bitterness of the chocolate makes it a favorite among chocolate lovers. Chocolate chess pie is baked until the filling sets with a crackly top, which contrasts beautifully with the gooey interior. The pie is often served at room temperature or chilled, which allows the flavors to fully develop. Some versions of the pie may include a splash of vanilla extract or a hint of espresso powder to deepen the chocolate flavor. This pie is typically baked in a traditional pastry crust, which provides a buttery, flaky contrast to the dense, rich filling. Chocolate chess pie is a staple at Southern gatherings, often enjoyed as a comforting dessert that brings a nostalgic touch to any meal. Its simplicity, combined with its intense chocolate flavor, makes it a timeless dessert that continues to be cherished by those who appreciate Southern baking traditions. Number 17. Watergate Pie. Watergate Pie is a dessert that emerged in the 1970s, a time when recipes with catchy, media-related names were quite popular. This pie shares its name with the famous Watergate scandal, though its connection to the event is more playful than serious. The pie itself is known for its light and fluffy texture, bright green color, and its refreshing combination of flavors. The pie's filling is made primarily from pistachio pudding mix, which gives it its distinctive green hue. This is mixed with crushed pineapple, which adds a juicy sweetness, and is often folded with whipped topping or cream cheese to create a creamy, airy consistency. The combination of pistachio and pineapple may seem unusual, but it results in a sweet, nutty, and slightly tangy flavor profile that has a nostalgic appeal. The crust of Watergate pie is typically made from crushed graham crackers, providing a crunchy base that contrasts nicely with the soft filling. Some variations of the recipe include a topping of chopped walnuts or pecans, which adds a bit of texture and enhances the nutty flavor of the pistachio. Watergate pie is often served chilled, making it a popular choice for warm weather gatherings. Its playful name, eye-catching color, and unique flavor combination have kept it in the culinary memory of those who enjoyed it during its heyday, and it continues to be a favorite among fans of retro desserts. Number 18. JellO Pie. JellO Pie is a nostalgic dessert that became particularly popular in the mid-20th century, reflecting the era's fascination with quick, easy, and visually appealing recipes. This pie is made by combining flavored gelatin, JellO, with whipped topping or whipped cream, creating a light, airy filling that is both sweet and slightly tangy, depending on the flavor of the gelatin used. To make JellO pie, the gelatin is first dissolved in hot water, and then cold water or ice cubes are added to cool it down quickly. Once the gelatin begins to thicken, it is gently folded into the whipped topping, resulting in a fluffy, mousse-like texture. This mixture is then poured into a pre-made graham cracker crust and refrigerated until fully set. The versatility of JellO allows for endless flavor combinations, from classic strawberry or lime to more adventurous mixes. The bright, vibrant colors of the JellO give the pie a fun, playful appearance, making it a favorite for family gatherings, especially in the summer when a cool, refreshing dessert is appreciated. JellO pie is often garnished with additional whipped cream, fresh fruit, or even more JellO pieces on top, adding to its visual appeal and texture. This pie is a perfect example of how simple ingredients can be transformed into a delightful and memorable dessert that continues to evoke feelings of nostalgia for many. Number 19. Peanut Butter Pie. Peanut butter pie is a decadent, no-bake dessert that has become a beloved comfort food in many American households, particularly in the southern United States. This pie is celebrated for its rich, creamy texture and the sweet, salty flavor that peanut butter lovers find irresistible. The filling of peanut butter pie is made by blending creamy peanut butter with softened cream cheese, sugar, and whipped topping or heavy cream. This mixture creates a smooth, velvety filling that is both dense and airy, making each bite indulgent but not overwhelming. The pie is often sweetened with powdered sugar, which dissolves easily and keeps the filling smooth. Peanut butter pie typically sits on a crust made from crushed graham crackers, chocolate cookies, or even pre-made pie shells. The crust provides a crunchy contrast to the creamy filling, adding another layer of texture to the dessert. Some variations might include a chocolate ganache layer between the crust and filling, adding a rich, bittersweet note that pairs perfectly with the peanut butter. This pie is usually garnished with whipped cream, chocolate shavings, or a drizzle of chocolate or caramel sauce, enhancing its presentation and adding to its already rich flavor profile. Peanut butter pie is often served chilled, making it a perfect dessert for warm weather, or any time of the year when a simple, satisfying dessert is desired. Its ease of preparation and universally loved flavor make peanut butter pie a staple at family gatherings, potlucks, and holiday celebrations, where it never fails to delight. Number 20. French Silk Pie. French Silk Pie is an indulgent and luxurious dessert known for its smooth, velvety chocolate filling. Despite its name, this pie originated in the United States, not France, and became widely popular during the mid-20th century. The pie's texture is what sets it apart, with a creamy, mousse-like filling that is rich without being overly heavy. The filling of French silk pie is made from a mixture of melted chocolate, butter, sugar, and eggs. The eggs are typically raw, which is why it's important to use pasteurized eggs or cook them gently in a double boiler for safety. The mixture is beaten until it achieves a light and airy texture, creating a silky, smooth consistency that practically melts in your mouth. The filling is then spread into a pre-baked pie crust, which can be made from traditional pastry or crushed chocolate cookies, adding a satisfying crunch to contrast with the smooth filling. The pie is usually topped with a generous layer of whipped cream and often garnished with chocolate curls or shavings, adding a decorative and flavorful touch. The whipped cream not only adds a light, airy element, but also balances the richness of the chocolate. French silk pie is typically served chilled, making it a perfect dessert for both casual family dinners and special occasions. Its rich yet delicate flavor profile makes it a favorite among chocolate lovers, ensuring it remains a beloved dessert in American homes.